What's up, guys? Vic with Cambodian Holiday. I hadn't made a video in a while. Been super crazy busy here tattooing, but I got some new stuff, well, newer stuff, and some stuff I just wanted to make a point to show you that I enjoy. That if you don't have, they're recommended, or just to share them and show you they're out there if you don't know. And one of the things I ran across this guy. They had the Toys R Us exclusive a while back. And I had forgotten about this little wheel swap. It's just a clean, simple little wheel swap and casting is this Fram truck. And for those of you that'll hello, you can do it. There you go. You see those little tires there? They're pretty dope. They're little Goodyear white letters, smaller, so it makes the truck stay nice and low to the ground. For those of you that don't know, that's from the Tommy Boy Retro Entertainment. Really nice little wheels. It's a nice car in itself, but I was lucky enough to find a couple of extras because those little wheels are really nice. And I'm a sucker for white letter tires. I'd be willing to trade good shit just to get vehicles to get the wheels off of. And I know I've been beating this one in the ground, but I wound up acquiring an older, I don't think it was vintage racing. It was the historic racing or some kind of shit. But I wound up getting the tires and wheels for this Camaro that I thought were outstanding. But anytime I can get a hold of white letter tires, sometimes depending on the casting, I'll sacrifice that casting just to make another one that I enjoy look really well. And then I haven't found any supers since the Novas for this year, the two Chevy 2s. So in the event, I think two of my most desired supers to get this year, being that I'm not so much in the tuner cars or Vipers or whatever, is the C10 and the off-road truck. I was lucky enough to get the red off-road truck from 14 or 15 or whenever it was. But this was one I wanted, and I got lucky, and someone left this because the card was bent, and I said, well, I'm going to open it anyway, so it doesn't matter. Well, this is not really a gripe or negativity, but a lot of times they'll take some of the choice castings, like this one that I haven't taken apart yet, and they'll put the chrome interior. We all know there's no chrome seats and all that shit, so it literally, I'm OCD about it. It bugs me to death wanting to paint the interior. So having said all that bull, I found the C10. And for those of you that are new to the game or the hobby and wheel swapping, there's a couple of guys on Instagram and stuff that are very, very helpful to new people and people that have been in it for a while, that'll tell you which axles can be taken directly out and put into another car without any cutting or modifying. Or just, I like to share with collectors, both Instagram and here, about wheel choices that are sick on a lot of stuff. And this Altered Ego, sometimes you can still run into these at like Walgreens and stuff. The Heritage Real Rider set, and they make perfect big and littles for hot rods and drag cars. And with the beefier rear tires and the smaller fronts, they just look really good. And unfortunately, the only car I know of that has Hoosier meats on the back is the Candy Striper, and I'm damn sure not robbing that. But having said that, I think it looks pretty nice. Y'all let me know what you think. And I still got to do the grill, but I did do the headlights and the bow tie. But I got to do the little inserts, the horizontal inserts. But again, I hate chrome interiors, so I painted them black. And in reality, show cars and drag cars, you don't typically see chrome wheel tubs. So I just did a nice satin black back there, and I think it really added a lot to the truck. You guys let me know what you think in in the comments, but I think it looks pretty nice when it's not fucking blurry. There we go. I think it turned out pretty nice, and I left a chrome steering column, but did the steering wheel black and the seats and door panels and all. But like I say, I've been known to make a super when I can't find one. And I also, Bobby T 629 on Instagram, is a good friend of mine, and I couldn't, around here, I could not find the 55 Chevy recolor that they, I'm assuming they brought it back from back in the day, because this one, which is an older casting I have, that I also need to do a wheel swap on, appears to be the same exact casting, but I think Mattel really knocked it out of the park with this one, with the green interior, the nice flames, and also the OD green looking one. This one so far, I've gone ahead and I did the headlights. I put me some nice little red tail lights on it. Again, I got to do the grill insert to give it depth and definition, but all in all, guys, you let me know what you think. I think this was one of the best things Hot Wheels could have came back out with, was this car. I love the gasser, but this is a two-door hardtop, which makes it awesome. The 55 two-door hardtop is just a really nice car. And this is nothing new. I'm sure a lot of you guys have seen them before, but I really, really, really love it. Old Bel Air. I think Revell made these, the model company that's been out forever, and it has the functional hydraulics, and it's really nice, nicely done. It could even be 100% Hot Wheel, I'm not sure, but really, really cool. It has the little fog light, yellow fog light deals in the front, and there's a Lowrider Club, car club plaque in the back window, and I just pose them up and look at them. I'm a big fan of lowriders, especially the ones with hydraulics on them. And customer of mine was just being super nice, and they like to help out in my hobby from time to time. And some of them have things they wouldn't think I would appreciate, but I appreciate anything anybody gives me. It's nice to give to people, and I do it as well. I got some friends that I give things to, but he brought this Dale and Duke, and I'm not really into modern NASCAR too much, but Dale Earnhardt raced since I want to say the 70s, and I have some of his vintage cars, but this thing's really nice. It's got a little story. If you guys are into it, you can pause it and read that. But the car, there's a John Wayne on the hood there, really nice, and then of course the Intimidator black, good wrench car, really nice. Thank you, my friend. And he brought this out of his collection from a kid, I guess, and it's just an old Majorette taxi, and it's a beater, and I love it. It's got the broken windshield, chips in the paint, but I don't know what city you guys live in or what state, but here it is very common for them to take Caprice box Chevys and whatnot and turn them into cabs, and the fucking interior never matches on them because they take like a blue car and paint it yellow. So that's kind of cool that that's that way. And I'm so on the fence and just leaving this like it is, because it's just so, has so much character and personality. I know several of my friends, William Witters, Jeff Moniz, a lot of other guys. I'm sorry, I'm having a brain fart right now, but a lot of my homies have sent me some stuff on card, Lucy's, some that are just really old, and I love it. Like one of the oldest ones, somebody had nominated me for on Instagram of that what's in your pocket, and bro, I have so much shit in my pockets at all time, between keys, a knife, cigarettes, cell phone, all that. I couldn't carry a car in my pocket if I wanted to, but just for the shits and giggles of it, I just picked a car that I really enjoy, and I believe, like I say, William Witters die-cast meteorite. I believe this was in one of the REOK boxes, and it is an old dirty, filthy old. Look at the tires and axles on this thing, and it's a matchbox where I want to say it says France on the bottom, number 54, but just the gnarliest ambulance ever. And I'll never do anything. I'm not even going to clean this thing. Like a lot of times I'll find them like this. And just a helpful little tip if you don't know, you can take warm water on a Q-tip, and that helps immensely in cleaning those things. That one's never getting clean. I'm probably poisoning myself with like fucking anthrax or something touching that fucking thing, but whatever, you know. Death by die-cast. Okay, and then so my friend hit me up and said, I want you to see these in case this dump bin is something you dig on. And unfortunately it wasn't, but thank her for being rad. But this was the only thing I wanted out of it. And I've got myself and some of my other buddies. I know Tex Tanner and Antarius and Heavy Metal 164 and whatnot are into Mopars. And this 70 Roadrunner is just legit, and that's the card art. If you guys hadn't seen them in your area yet, these are the cars. It's like the Paul Walker Skyline, and the Escort in like a recolor. It's more of like a metallic or candy blue instead of the regular and whatnot. But, no offense to anyone, it's just not my thing. I don't, tuner cars don't really do nothing for me. I like rally cars, but I'm not into the drifting thing, but some people are, and that's cool. But I just wanted the Roadrunner. And just to point out, sometimes Hot Wheels goes ape shit with tampos and flames and stuff. This is a very clean car. It's got a factory Mopar type stripe on it with the tan interior. It's very clean. As soon as I get a chance, I'm going to wheel swap it and detail paint it. But I think this is going to be, I saved the best ones for last. I don't get a lot of stuff anymore. I was talking to a collector earlier that went mainline crazy, and I think we've all done that before, where you just buy all types of shit when you first start collecting. And I try to keep it down to a minimum now, only the most deluxe things for the collection. Not that I'm too good for mainlines or anything. I like some of them, but I like to get the higher echelon stuff. Just what I'm into. And if you guys hadn't seen these in your area yet, these are so sick. This thing is wonderful. I'd been looking on eBay because I get gift cards and shit from people, and I love that because it may take me 6 or 8 months to spend a gift card, like a Visa gift card or whatever. But this Chevy, I'd been looking at these castings from Johnny Lightning, and they're pretty pricey, but now they've reissued this casting. And don't get me wrong, I love the 62 by Hot Wheels, but this thing is nice and heavy as hell. And you can see it's if you guys know me well enough, you know I like weathered patinaed vehicles anyway, and this thing is really nice. Got a nice hitch on it. Tailgate doesn't open, but it doesn't matter because it's usually going to be hooked to a trailer anyway. The hood does open, and it's got a nice little motor in there. Nice grill with Chevrolet on it. And this is what's really bizarre, is it has this old truck. The guy probably had it since it came out. And then it comes with this amazing fucking, like a Bayliner boat that you would probably never see. The poor fellow that drives that truck probably can't afford this boat. But it's got the little wheel deal there where you can park the trailer by itself if you wanted to display it. If it was quit being fucking blurry. Anyhow, you get the point. And it's a pretty nice little boat. Got a little steering wheel and all that in it. That thing is sick. Well, having said that, I was looking online on eBay or whatever, and these hadn't even debuted here in Georgia, but like they were already asking a shitload for this next one. And what they do, how they do all the auto worlds and all that, how they'll have the first wave and then the second wave, and there'll be different color variations and such. Well, that's how they're doing with this as well. And they'll have 3 per set there, and you can read what they got there. And This one, there a lot of people were asking a lot for this, like on eBay, and it's just a clean variation of the first one. And I'm not really a cardboard collector or whatever, but right now I just, with limited space for display and such, I'm just going to leave that one on a card right now. But the first one there, the weathered one, they come with the same thing, the Silverado and the 64 Vista Cruiser with a boat. And I think the only differences are like the Vista Cruiser, you can get it in red or black station wagon, and then you got the two trucks, the beater and the nice one. And I don't know what's up on the Silverado, but there's that. And then a lot of people don't like these because the doors don't open and the hood. Like you got the auto mods, which are some of my absolute favorites. But these here are more of the lower end M2s, but to me they're solid. I don't think you always necessarily have to have an opening hood for it to be sick. It's still got tampos and very nice, very well done. You got the little tub chassis, which I like. I mean, this is just a well put together little car, even though it doesn't open. I mean, how many Hot Wheels do we have that we wish the fucking hood would open on? And there's like, what, 3 that the hood opens on? That's one thing with the old 67 that's been out forever, you know. It's got the opening hood, but then I was there a 65 Mustang and that fucking 90210 Mustang, and there's not a whole lot that I can recall. I might be wrong, but I can't think of too many Hot Wheels that the hood opens on. But there's those, and I can't even remember if I showed this or not, but my friend brought it in. He was getting a tattoo session. He likes my collection. He knows I'm into the dead, so he brought Dale's camper. And this thing's a beast. If you hadn't seen the show or one of these in reality, it's so super, super detailed. You got the ladder, all the nice stuff there, and the windows are jacked up on it. Really cool. And I also have the Mustang. If you keep up with the show, a little girl named Sophia got lost, and they were having hope that she was still alive, and yada yada, and they're hunting for her. And they write on the front windshield of an old Mustang, stay here, be back every day to check. And they wrote that on the windshield, and then there's food and water. I had that little car, and the food and water is so sick. It's real scaled accurately. I think that may be it. Oh, I did get, I'm sure I probably showed this, but I'm showing it again, motherfuckers. I've been wanting this for a really long time. You know, I was fortunate enough because of PBAJ, to get that, and then I haven't given up on my Smoky Unix. There's still some Smoky Unix vehicles not made by Hot Wheels that I need to get, but that Chevelle is just tits. You hardly even see a 66 Chevelle anyway. I think I have a couple of Auto Worlds, but you don't find that. You always find the 67 or the 65. And even in reality, I think the 66 Chevelles are coming more extinct. But yeah, guys, I figured I'd just share something. Sorry if I rambled. I miss talking to you guys and bullshitting around, but I've been super busy working. Peace. Follow if you don't. Let me hear some comments.